What's going on, everybody? Well, tutorial in which we'll be continuing with our creating a to-do list application which we have started 6 parts ago. So this is part number 6, so we technically started it 5 parts ago, I guess. Well, anyways, so in this video tutorial what I'm going to show you is that how you can move this application to local storage. Remember that in the last tutorial I told you we'll be doing that, so here you go. Now, to begin with, what is local storage? Well, local storage, I hope you know from the JavaScript lessons that it is a storage area in your browser which you can use to store data, and later you can retrieve that as well for your own site or your own files, you can say. And that's pretty much it with local storage. And if you knew that already, that's good. For those who don't knew, then here you go. So go to your script file, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna first check whether some data is present in local storage for us to use or not. So for that, just go and write task data is local storage, and the square brackets, just like you're accessing an array, tasks list. Now this would return obviously undefined, but if it is not undefined, not null my friend, but if it not undefined, then what I want to do is I want scope.tasks to be JSON parse, and here you go, the task data. Alright, so what is happening here? Now in local storage you cannot store arrays or objects directly. So if you have an array like 1, 2, 3, the only way to store this array in local storage is to convert this into a string. Now when you convert an array into a string, it is simply just like another string. Now you can either convert that string back to an array by writing complex for loops or checking for a multi-dimensional array and all that stuff, or you can make use of the inbuilt library with JSON parse. So this will help you to convert your arrays and objects or anything else you want to string and convert them back to arrays. So this is our JSON parse, and then what I want to do is whenever there's a task added, I want to update the local storage as well. So here I'm just gonna say local storage dot task list should be JSON dot stringify. Now this stringify is the method I was talking about. So this would convert your array or object into a string, and what I want to store is the scope dot tasks. So you see that this array is stored in local storage, and then we are retrieving it here on the application runtime. So if I just console log my local storage after this, let's just see what happens. So here's the application, let's reload, and why not just hook up with the console as well. Oh, alright, here you go. So now let's just add a task, and let me just get rid of this sidebar. Here you go. So here's my task 1. Alright, so in the console what we see is a storage tasks list. As you can see, this task is updated. Now when I reload this, you see that the task remains on the screen because it is already fetched at the runtime of the application. So if I do like this thing and reload, then this won't work because I'm just updating the local storage only on when the task is added. So if I do like this and task 2 and reload, whoa, alright, well that's weird. ng repeat duplicate key in repeater. Okay, so looks like there's some duplicate stuff going on, and right here we use some kind of loop right here. So what is happening is that when you are fetching the tasks from here, it is actually storing some of the Angular properties as well in the local storage. If I check that out, so these hash keys and all that things are, I guess, some Angular things, and they are creating some sort of conflict. So you can just fix that easily by just iterating the repeat instead of task on your index. So you can just write track by index. Now what that would do is actually that would just, you know, would increment this thing instead of just relying on this. So it would be like 0 1 2 3 4 and would be no duplicates. So let's just check this out. Alright, so you see that the error's gone and our task 1 is still striked. So the next thing I want to do is I want to add this dynamic edit feature. So you see that when I edit this to task X and reload, then nothing happens, or basically the task 2 remains on the screen, and that is because we are not doing anything when this content edit is fired, because we are just pushing this scope.task to the local storage only when a add task function is added. And moreover, what we have problem here is that inside the content edit, this scope.task array is not updated. So even if I do like this thing right here, after doing this, then this won't work, because scope.task doesn't know the new content of the task we have edited. So that is a problem, and I'm just gonna show you how we'll fix that in the next tutorial. So that's all for this one, and don't forget to subscribe, and thank you for watching if you liked, and I'll see you then real soon.